there's a lot of people who make the speech that all we talk about is Tawḥīd and Bid'ah. That's the majority of our...
Because of Tawḥīd, you eventually end up going to Jannah, bismillah ta'ala. If you make salah and you make zakah and you have akhlaq, okay, you have akhlaq, but then you don't have akhlaq with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you end up going to hellfire.
What should we tell them when they say, you don't ever talk about anything interesting?
Because tell them, الإيمان بضع وسبعون شعبة أعلاها لا إله إلا الله. And لا إله إلا الله, this is the tree. And whatever we see, when we see the branches, that's the rest of our deeds. So لا إله إلا الله is the body of the tree, and the branches is the rest of the actions of those three things. I'm not saying Tawḥīd only. Tawḥīd and Risala, the message, and al-Ba'd, the day of judgment. You have to believe in them strongly and you know them. It's not just you say, Alhamdulillah, I believe in Ba'd. No. You have to believe in Ba'd and you understand what that means, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran a lot and He explained it clearly. Also the message. The message, you have to love your Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than yourself. In order to love him, the sign of that love, you have to follow him. But when somebody, you come to him and you tell him, okay, forget Ya Akhi Tawḥīd now for a minute. You tell him, Ya Akhi, the Prophet ﷺ says, Ya Akhi, antum too much. Now, if we talk about Tawḥīd, the only subject you talk about is Tawḥīd. If we tell you about Salah, this is completely wrong because the Prophet ﷺ didn't do it. Ya Akhi, antum, you are complicated. What's class? I'm sorry, I cannot say anything. Whatever I talk to you about, you don't like it. Because their heart, it's not open to accept this. The Prophet ﷺ, like Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, when they came to him and they told him, last night your friend went to Jerusalem and from Jerusalem to heaven. Said, did he say that? Said, yeah, I believe it. They closed the door and this is it. That's why they call him as-Siddiq. Until you believe that La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, and you question every single thing. I'm not interested to go into a fight with you. And I'm talking to a Muslim. If you are a Muslim and I am a Muslim, this is not from my pocket. This is from Sharia. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. And this is what the Prophet ﷺ said. We have to take it. Take it or leave it. Don't blame me. Actually, you are not blaming me. You are blaming the Prophet ﷺ. I didn't say anything. I didn't bring this religion. If we are Muslims, whatever I take, you take, because the source is not me. I can understand if I tell you, by the way, last night I read this verse and it says so and so. I think the meaning is this. You have to follow it. Otherwise, I'm going to hate you. You are not going to take you as a friend. Well, I can understand this is completely wrong. But if I tell you, this is the statement of the Prophet, and this is another hadith explaining this. If we don't find, we go to the Sahabi explaining. It seems to me it's too heavy on you, and you try to find an excuse. You try to make me as an excuse to run away from it. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to His Prophet, فَاعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. You have to know this. وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لِذَنْبِكَ. Then after that, go to istighfar. How can you make istighfar? You don't know the most important thing, the Ammi, the ordinary people know about. Wallahi, a lot of people, ordinary people, they know about Tawḥīd more than those adkiyah. Especially if they go to university and have 3 PhD, they think they are something, and when they come, they will give you a hard time. If you go to Africa, Libya, we have people, they come from Chad, from Sudan, MashaAllah, subhanallah, because they are close to fitra. They don't have this from what's happening in this alim, technology. So simple. Whatever you tell them from that Prophet, they take it and implement it, they apply. But if that Chadi goes to States and comes back after 20 years of philosophy and history, plus he put his leg to start, Wallahi, I think, Ya Shaykh, this is, go, Ya Akhi, go. Because your fitra is being corrupted, that's why. How come those people, they don't have any problem? Because يولد المولود على الفطرة فأبواه يهودانه أو نصرانه. Everybody when he born is on Islam. He is ready to follow, to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when you keep away from it, that's the ikhtilaf. Those people give us hard time because they think they are something. Allah in deen, don't use your aql, don't use your daka. Go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever He says, you follow blindly. You understand the wisdom? Alhamdulillah, ذَلِكَ فَضْلُ اللَّهِ يُؤْتِيهِ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. You cannot understand it? Take it as is. Like Ibrahim, slaughter your son? Okay. Plus, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open doors for you.